We are living in a day where millions are at risk around the world of malnutrition and starvation. But it doesn't have to be that way. Did you know there is one superfood that you can plant right now in your backyard, down at the park, around the orphanage, at the church, all over the place? It's called Moringa. It is a tree. You can eat the leaves, the branches, the flowers, the roots, the pods, and the seeds. The whole thing is a beautiful powerhouse of nutrition. As a matter of fact, what kind of nutrition does Moringa have? Moringa has 3 times more potassium than bananas, 4 times more calcium than milk, 36 times more magnesium than eggs, 25 times more iron than spinach, 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, 50 times more vitamin B2 than bananas, 50 times more vitamin B3 than peanuts, and 2 times more protein than milk and yogurt. With those kind of statistics, don't you need to have Moringa growing around your life, your family, your community? Many people call Moringa the tree of life. Why? Because of its nutritional value and because of its capacity in the leaves to heal the people. Moringa helps metabolize sugars and fats. It contains all the essential amino acids and the highest quality proteins that you need for life. It's rich in natural anti-inflammatories and antioxidants, and it completely promotes the general well-being of the human body. With those capacities, you need to get Moringa seed immediately in your home, the back of your house, in the back of your church, around your orphanage, all over the place. Get Moringa. With that in mind, I would like to introduce you to Chad and Jason. These great men are owners of the Sunara Farms plantation, where they have hectares of Moringa growing. They dehydrate the Moringa and they make it available for sale. They also have a passionate heart to make sure Moringa gets placed around the world and that hunger and poverty are eradicated, with Moringa as one of the main provisions of relief for society. Let's listen to Chad and Jason now.
Hello, this is Sunara Farms. My name is Jason Cook.
And my name is Chad Cook.
The Cook brothers. You know, a lot of people talking about the world not having enough food and enough nutrition, and there's all kinds of fear about, you know, not having enough food to feed the world. The population's growing, and we just want to invite you to learn more about Moringa. Moringa is a superfood that we've been developing here in Panama, and we feel it's the solution to malnutrition in the world. It is a very easy to grow plant, and it's very nutritional.
Yes, and on that note, let me go into a little bit of details. It has 46 antioxidants, has 26 anti-inflammatories. It is a complete protein, meaning that it has all 9 essential amino acids, including all the 8 non-essential amino acids. What is the difference between essential and non-essential amino acids? The essential amino acids are amino acids that the body cannot produce. So we have to consume that in what we eat. This is also the amino acids are the building blocks of our cells. And this also helps us fight free radicals, and also it's just basically what our body needs to operate correctly. We have, on top of that, we have 26% protein, so it's high in protein. It has vitamins A's, vitamins B's, C's, D's. It has the vitamins, the B3s, the fatty acids, which is the good acids. It helps control blood sugar in your blood sugar levels. It also helps with high blood pressure. It also can help with cholesterol. So what do we do with such a good and nutritious plant? We believe, and this is a passion we have, is that by producing this plant and offering a premium product, what we can do is we can actually take effective steps to fight malnutrition in the world. Say, for instance, if you're in a part of the world that doesn't have great soil to where you can plant the traditional crops and everything like this, Moringa is actually a very easily grown plant. It thrives in sandy soils, but basically it will grow in any soil that doesn't have like standing water. And with this plant, you can actually increase by 26+% the protein intake of the consumers. And it is widely used, it's widely eaten, whether it be raw or whether it be processed. But it is, in my opinion, it is God's gift to mankind.
And the great thing about it is it's in addition to anything that you already like to eat. So you like pasta, throw it on pasta. If you want to put it in soups, put it in soups. You can throw it into anything that you want to already eat. If you like breads, if your kids like cookies, you can make Moringa cookies. They're getting their complete nutritional intake through a cookie that they like to eat. And this is our passion that we have, is to, there shouldn't be any hunger in the world, period. If the big corporations are not looking at this, someone has to start something somewhere in order to answer this call. And that's what Chad and I feel like we're doing here.
And you might ask how you can help. Well, in your own community, say you can start a plantation of Moringa, and we'll be happy to assist you in anything we can, and techniques and knowledge exactly how to go about doing that. You can make a true impact in communities, in third world countries, places where it's very difficult access. Just a matter of taking a handful of seeds, starting the plants, and then watching them grow. It propagates really good, and it's a crop that can not only provide additional income for the communities that are growing it, but also it can be harvested and consumed in the community itself.
We like to think this as a renewable food bank. You have a one-time investment and you harvest for life. There is no other structure, business structure, that makes any more sense than this. You have a one-time investment, you harvest for life. Let's say that you give to churches, orphanages, or missionaries. Now you can plant a couple trees and your orphans now have a fighting chance. It reduces your overall food consumption, because now you can have leaves, salads, you can eat the beans off the tree. There's multiple products that you can harvest off the tree, as well as, let's say that you have a little sheep farm. You can take the sheep and feed it to the animals, and they'll grow healthier and better, and so forth. So to us, it was a no-brainer when we invested in this farm, because we seen a one-time investment for a lifetime of products.
We are actually making a dent in the world. We are actually making the world a better place. We are providing a tool for people to not only progress financially in their communities, but also to fight malnutrition.
And you can send all the money that you want to anyone that you want, and it will only have a temporary impact. What we're trying to do is we're trying to create a sustainable solution to the world's hunger issues.
How's this saying go? Give a man a fish and you take care of his hunger for what, 4 or 5 hours? Just tell him how to fish, and then he can defend for himself.
So please reach out to us if you have any questions about farming, any questions about what it takes to grow, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
All right, so what we see here is after the leaves have been through the dehydration system, which takes approximately 18 hours to dry, we unload it from the drying shelves into a plastic recipient into the processing room. So as you see, we have these sheets that keeps the leaves on the trays and prevents them from falling down on the ground and then having to clean up a bunch of loose product. So once this is already unloaded, then we go over to the processing room where we'll continue the processing. Yes, okay, so what we're seeing here now is one of our recent upgrades from a manual tea bagging machine, which took a lot more time and was, let's just say it take more time, and also the bags were different. They had strings and everything like that. And so by this upgrade, what we're doing is we're cutting down on labor, which is obviously cutting down on expenses and everything like that. And that allows us to be able to offer our premium grade tea at a great retail price.
As a recap, I would like to explain to you something that you were seeing while Chad and Jason were talking from their farm at Sunara in Panama. Now, one thing you saw as the video camera was panning, and we'll show that again to you, you saw a bunch of tree stumps standing up, cut off. And it kind of looked like the tree had been harvested and over with, but that's not the way it is with Moringa. What you will see is that once they grew the tree, and I would imagine it grew 15 to 20 feet tall, then they cut it. And from that point on, that Moringa tree began to send out runners. And when you saw the young man, he was stripping the leaves off those runners. That's 41 days of growth on those runners, and they harvest every 41 days on that farm. So what I recommend is to get that tree established, let it grow and get the roots established deep. Then when you cut it between 5 and 6 feet tall, from that point on, it will send out branches and runners, and you can harvest every 41, 50, 60 days, whatever you decide. But that is what you were seeing in that video, and that's how they do what they do. So I hope that helps you. And remember, you input and invest once. You put a tree in the ground one time, and from that point forward, these trees last anywhere from 25 to 30 years. One input, solid output for the rest of your life. It's amazing. It's a miracle, and it's called Moringa. Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm out here in our little seed house, and we've always got some Moringa growing. This is going to be one of the superfoods that saves the planet in the future. I'm convinced of it. Moringa is 26 to 30% protein. It's got all the essential vitamins, minerals, amino acids, everything you need in it. It's really a superfood. You can eat the leaves, the branches, the roots, the stems, the pods, the seeds, the flowers. You can eat it all, and it's all highly nutritious. Now, one thing about Moringa, it likes arid, sandy soil. It doesn't like to stand in a lot of water. So if you don't have a lot of water, a lot of rainfall, good for you. You need to get some Moringa seeds. Just buy some. If you're in the United States, get some on eBay. They're 100 seeds for $2, something like that. Now that's going to go up in the future as the demand for Moringa continues to grow. But in other countries, you should be able to find some. We're down here in Panama. We've got a little Chinese lady that runs a grocery store. She eats those seeds like candy or like popcorn, and they're very healthy and nutritious for her. And she buys them by the thousands, and she gets them from Nicaragua. So you can get these Moringa seeds. Just look around and source them out. Get some seeds. Get a plant started. Like this one right here. Right now is about, I don't know, 2.5 feet tall. He's about 45 days old. And once these things get established, they will grow up to 5 or 6 feet every 40 days. You need to have this growing in your backyard. If you're a church planter or a pastor, you need to get some of these planted around your church property. If you have an orphanage, get 30 or 40 of these trees going around the orphanage. Now, if you just let them go, they will grow up to 50 feet in 5 years, a massive tree. But what we recommend is you trim it, cut it about 6 feet, and it will continue to send sprouts out, and you can harvest every 40, 41, 45, 50 days. Get the thing started. Don't let it stand in water. If you've got a lot of water and a lot of rain, you might want to put some plastic around. Make that moringa plant go send a taproot down 7 or 8 feet. It loves to do that, but make it go find its water. Once it's established, it doesn't matter what kind of rain shows up, but you just need to get that thing established. They say 5 feet or less, maybe. 5 feet or more, you've got a good moringa tree. Remember, this is one of the major superfoods that is going to heal the nations. Make sure you get the leaves of this tree all around you. Oh, and it tastes good. Wow. Get some moringa quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, moringa is the superfood of the 21st century. Don't miss this opportunity. Moringa grows like crazy in arid environments. It loves heat. It loves dry areas. If you can get it to 5 or 6 feet, you've got a plant ready to go. As Jason and Chad said, this moringa plant will work for you. Input once and receive a lifetime of output from that moringa tree. Let's make moringa a part of your future. Don't miss this opportunity.